Hi everyone, I'm here today to talk to you guys about hurt and someone who has ever tried to destroy you or take away from who you are. Give me one moment. When I was a kid, I had a man who I call father, who I call dad. My dad passed away. My biological father passed away when I was 2 years old. But the man that I call father, who I call dad, was not a nice person towards me or to many of my siblings. He would call us names and sometimes be physically abusive and spiritually abusive towards us. When we were younger, sometimes he would leave us at home for hours at a time, hungry, and us have to scavenge and find food or try to figure out how to create food for ourselves. That's how I learned how to cook, because if I didn't, I would be hungry as a kid. Also, if we were to call our grandparents and tell them that we were hungry or, needed food or wanted food, we would get in trouble for that. He would leave us at library for hours at a time until it closed. Many times they had threatened to call CPS because we were there for so many hours. Not that he was working or anything, but he would leave us there. He would sometimes, once I remember when I was a kid, he asked me what would I do if he were to hit my mother, to abuse my mother. And I told him that I would kill him. And he would laugh in my face like it was funny. And I told him I wasn't playing, I wasn't joking. And from that day forward, he would call me crazy, but I wasn't crazy. Who would not defend their mother, Once when I was a kid, he actually whipped me, beat me, I'm sorry for cursing, for taking the seeds out of a tomato, for scraping seeds out of a tomato. He hit me in my face because I put my mom's debit card up because I thought she forgot, and he was upset with me because he said that I was assuming that I was trying to steal from her. Well, he was trying to steal from her, but I didn't think he was trying to steal from her. I just thought she forgot it. So I put it away. I told him if it was yours that I would put it away too, and he didn't like that answer, so he hit me in my face for it, and not softly either. He once told me that I was no better than the girls that guys put in the backseat of their cars, that I was stupid, that I couldn't read past a elementary school level, and I was in high school then, which was not true. The only reason why he told me that was because he wanted to destroy me. I have dyslexia. I'm dyslexic, but I have exceeded him in so many ways in life, and when he told me that, it hurt me so bad, and I felt as if I wasn't worth anything. There was so many other abusive things he said or done to me, us as children. I'm not going to disclose all of them because I could go on and on and on. But he was not a nice person. He told me that I was not smart enough to be anything besides a cook. So I went to culinary school because I didn't believe that I could be anything more than that either, because all my life, ever since I was a child, I was torn down and told who I was and who I couldn't be and who I would be and things of that nature. And I just wanted, and through my, I'm sorry, I'm skipping, and through my high school life, my adult life, I've been in a couple of abusive relationships because I did not know what love was or what it looked like. So I was going into bad relationships because I didn't love myself, and I didn't know how to love myself, and I didn't know how it was for somebody to love me correctly. I want you guys to know that it's okay to shut certain people out of your life, and you're not wrong for it. Many days and times he would call and ask my sisters and brothers and them, why don't I call, or why don't I answer any phone calls from him? But I have anxiety. He gives me anxiety because of the things that I've endured as a child, and it's just, it gives me PTSD. He's giving me PTSD. I want you guys to know that he did not destroy my joy and my peace, even though he tried to. When I was in high school, I contemplated committing suicide multiple times, but then the day that I really wanted to do that, I stood in the mirror and I looked at myself and I said that nobody would care if I was here today or tomorrow. Nobody would care if I was here today or tomorrow. And in the midst of me saying that, something or someone whispered in my ear and told me you would. Not that they would, but I would. And that let me know that regardless if I were to hurt myself or to destroy my life, that I would still have to endure watching my mother hurt from it, my siblings hurt from it, all of my family members hurt from it. And that's not what I wanted. I didn't really want to hurt myself. I just wanted that pain that I was feeling every day of my life. Like even when I would go home, I felt a waft of energy that was so bad. I never really wanted to go home as a kid. I never wanted to go home. Me as being an adult, someone asked me, would I ever want to be a kid again? And I said no, I would never want to be a child ever again. Never. And they felt sad about it and was wondering why. And I was just like, as a kid, I prayed to be an adult. I didn't want to be a child when I was a child because I was never a child. I never experienced being a child. But I would never know what it would be, what it was like to be a child. But I'm thankful that I've made it to being an adult because I am the happiest that I've ever been. I just want you guys to know that, because even many days and many nights I prayed to God and I was asking, why don't I feel whole? Even when I was an adult, it took me years up till now to figure out why I was unhappy. But I was trying to live my life to prove to this man that I am worthy of love, that I deserve to be happy. But me trying to prove it to him made me unhappy in my life. Made me so very unhappy in my life. And I allowed him to steal my joy and my peace and my happiness. and my love for myself. But I never knew how to love myself because I didn't know what it was like to be loved the right way. As a kid, I was afraid to date guys because I was afraid they would be like him. And many times I did run into relationships like that because that's what I attracted, because I didn't know what I deserved. But eventually, one day I came across a video on YouTube. That's what caused me to do YouTube. Was a guy said that no one creates your joy, no one creates your peace, no one creates your love. Never expect anybody to create that for you, or to give you happiness, or give out what you give, or you will forever in your life be unhappy. So I learned over time, and I was so thankful and grateful. Ever since that day I saw that video, I started to create my own joy, my own peace, my own love, my own happiness. I started to take myself on dates and learning how to love me. And yes, it's great to have a man in your life and so on and so forth, or a woman, or whomever you choose to date or be with, but they can't make you whole. You have to be whole on your own. I want you guys to love yourself. I love you, but that can only go so far. Love yourself. Learn how to create that joy that's in that love for yourself. I love you guys. Bye.